Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to SupYoLo. I'm your host, Dalton Hahn, and today I'm going to be interviewing one of my very good personal friends. To find out who it is, join me for the interview.
Hey everybody, my name is Autumn Russell. I'm a graphic and web designer, but I'm also a filmmaker, model, and actress.
Can you tell me a little bit about who you are, where you come from?
So I am from Detroit, Michigan.
Me too.
Born and raised, go D. But I went to school at University of Detroit Mercy. I was a major in digital media studies over in the architecture building.
Awesome.
I minored in theater, so.
We've done a little bit of work together.
Yeah, we've done some shows together, some hits.
I know one of your biggest passions at the moment is graphic and web design. So can you tell me how you got into that?
Well, at U of D. So when I was at U of D in the digital media program, we did video. So like filmmaking, short films, promotional videos like commercials and things like that. But we also focused heavily on graphic and web design.
And now it's become a pretty big part of your life, if I'm understanding correctly, right?
Yeah. So right now, I'm working for a PR firm in downtown Detroit. It's called Ignition Media Group.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm the creative consultant, so I do like graphic design work for them. I also do freelance graphic design, still doing web design and graphic design work for clients around the city.
What are some hurdles that you go through when you are designing something?
Like I've been working a lot with like three-dimensional design and pieces that really like beg the question, make you wanna, yeah, like pieces that start a conversation. So it just depends on how difficult my vision is, because I can see it in my head, but sitting there and trying to figure out like how to actually get this to work.
Do you have any advice for somebody who's trying to start up in graphic or web design?
Well, definitely for web design, I say take a ton of classes. Coding is no joke.
Get educated.
If you put your mind to anything you do, you can get it done.
That's true. Can you tell me a little bit about your modeling career?
So I started doing runway. A lot of people always told me that I should try out modeling, but I was super into like sports, basketball, volleyball, track, cross country. So I went out, did an audition. I got chosen by some designers, and I went and did the runway show, and I loved it ever since. So I've been doing runway. I've been getting into a lot of editorial work right now and like beauty shots. Editorial
meaning you're doing the editing, or is?
Oh no, editorial modeling. So like those avant-garde, like cool looking shots that you see with like people with flowers on their faces, or like the marked designs, just things that are out of the box. Are
you involved in any kind of modeling at the moment, or is there anything coming up next for you in the modeling world already lined up?
So I have a fashion show coming up in April. It's a fashion showcase, a STAD runway that's going to be big. Once I get the details, I'll definitely let you know.
There will be a link in the description once she gives that to me. So what about your world and your experience in filmmaking or acting?
Oh, I love filmmaking.
Yeah?
So videography, that was like, I've always loved video and creating stories like that, because I like having my work have an impact on people. So like seeing someone cry over it, or like laugh, or just creating work that makes a difference and tells a beautiful story. That's kind of my vibe.
Who is your biggest inspiration when it comes to modeling, acting, filmmaking? Like, who do you look up to that's like, whoa, they do amazing stuff, and I want to do stuff like that?
For filmmaking, I would say Quentin Tarantino, definitely.
Definitely.
I love his eye. He has such a meticulous eye for detail.
Oh, yeah.
And definitely the way he tells his stories. I feel like you can tell a lot about a director from the way that they shoot their films, like how their vision comes to life. And I think Quentin definitely does an outstanding job doing that.
Are there any films that you've made yourself? Well, actually, I know there's some films you've made yourself.
Yeah, so I made a film called Molly Agnes.
Right.
You were a part of it, of course. It was definitely a good experience, definitely my first one. So
what did you learn?
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of time, dedication, always planned for the worst.
Always planned for the worst.
Good, yeah.
Do you have advice for people who are trying to begin filmmaking?
Be sure to tell a story. Don't just shoot just because, and make sure you're really, doing something that you love.
Can you give us a little gist of what the inspiration is in your modeling career?
I would say my top inspiration, like models, would definitely be, it might sound cliche, but Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely. I feel like Naomi has like this fierce, like graceful vibe to her, and I feel like that's kind of me too, in the same way.
I can see it.
Tyra, she like definitely pioneered like the modeling industry. America's Next Top Model, The Smize, Next Level Fierce.
I actually got to work with her one time.
Really?
On a feature film that's on Amazon Prime. You guys should check it out. It's called Detention Day. And she was originally cast as the lead role in that. If there's one thing that you want people to get from you, get a message from you, could you share that?
Always go after your dreams, for sure. Despite the challenges or the obstacles that you may face, you should still persevere through those things and not to let anybody stop you from your dreams or your goals or aspirations just because there's a standard. Because I feel like there's always a standard in the modeling industry, acting, filmmaking. Either you're not a man, or you're too big, or you're too small. So I'll say just go after your dreams and your ambitions, even if the odds are against you.
So let's bring it back just a little bit. How has being an African-American woman in this industry affected you?
So African-American women, they have different body shapes than the standard traditional runway models. So they always want like skinny, like slim models, but a lot of African-American women have curves, and yeah, definitely. So just going through the modeling industry, or like your hips are too big, or things of that nature. So just trying to hone in. Well, I feel like my whole thing within modeling is body representation, and like whole Tyra's vibe of everyone should be included despite, And I feel like that's changing right now in the modeling industry for sure.
We're definitely on an upward climb, and I think things are going in a positive direction for modeling and acting and filmmaking and stuff like that. I think that positivity is really being integrated when it comes to like races and how people come, and accepting people for who they are, and not putting people to such a hard standard of what they think perfection is.
For sure. Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where being African American or being a woman has stopped you from doing what you wanted to do?
Stop me? No, I don't feel like anything's gonna stop me.
Good, that's the right mindset.
Yeah, definitely. No, like what I said earlier, like persevere even if the odds are against you. That's kind of like my big thing. But definitely I've experienced like within film or like video, people see a woman behind the camera and they think like, oh, wow, there's a woman videographer or something like that. I feel like it's more so considered a man's industry.
Really?
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming for you though.
We need people like you.
Yeah, definitely. Like I feel like women need to be more represented in the film industry, not even as far as like lead characters, but which is changing too, with definitely with Black female leads, and I feel like women should be more so behind the camera as well as in front of the camera as leads.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely want to help be that change.
Is there any projects that you're currently working on?
Yes, there is. I'm actually looking right now, I'm starting right now my own film and like content creating company with a business partner of mine. So look out for that. It's coming soon. We're preparing things right now, getting camera equipment, getting things of that nature so we can start filming this content. So
are you going to be a production company? Or?
Yeah, so really like content creation. So I don't want to say just film, because we're going to work on like film and TV as well.
So for our wonderful viewers, if we want to find you, how can we find you?
Okay, so guys, go to autumnrussell.com. It's my name, so it'll be easy to find. My graphic design work's on there, my web design work, my videography, as well as a little bit of acting stuff. So check that out. And also Autumn Russell on YouTube. Go look at Molly Agnes. That was my first little film. And yeah, check me out, guys.
Well, Autumn, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. It's been lovely.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you get a chance to go out and check out Autumn's work and check out her page and support the things that she's doing. Look out for her content creating company coming soon. Look out for the shows that she's going to be in. Her work is truly original and truly one of a kind. It is amazing, the kind of things that she does, and she is a powerful woman. I am very excited to see where she goes in the industry.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in, and as always, hang loose.